morning, everyone, and welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche. What a morning! We had technical difficulties, and then when we did go live, Facebook threw us off again, and I just had to fix that. So, good morning to Evelyn's been waiting patiently 3 times.
Thank you, Evelyn.
She's been on since before the show even started. So, thank you so much. And I am the badass Buddha, Lori Monaco, and happy Tuesday. We are going to have a super short show today because of the technical difficulties that we're having. Plus, I had to jump off the show early today because I have to do an airport run. So we are literally going to be off in about 20 minutes. So we'll just get down to business. So introduce yourself and let's get rocking and rolling.
Hola, mi gente, aquí con la Margarita. I can't see anybody who's in the show because I'm working from my phone today. So thank you for coming. Your gladiator guru, and today is 1010. What a significant complete number. So before we start the show, I just want to wish my mommy a heavenly birthday and my grandson a 17th birthday. So today's a very special day. Started off, I guess, perfect. And my laptop died. So we're all here. It's good. The thing is, we arrived.
Yes. And so again, we apologize for those that are just jumping on. This is going to be a super short show today. We have to end right at 8:30. I had contacted Gladiator Guru last night because I have family in town and I have to bring him to the airport. And then she had technical difficulties with her computer because she was going to stay on the whole entire time. But she couldn't get her computer to work. And it's impossible to control this from the phone. So we're going to end at 8:30. So today's conversation this is a part 1 and part 2. So this is okay because then we'll be able to talk about this on Thursday. But the conversation is I know. That is what did you learn about yourself this year? So this is our review and recommit month to everything that we have done for the entire year. And so this is the question that we're posing to you today is for you to talk about what you know. What do you know about yourself? What do you know about your situation, your circumstances? Because it's about the awareness, it's about the acceptance, acknowledging, and it's taking accountability and then going forward. So we'll pose that question in the next 15 minutes and discuss it. And then we'll talk in more depth on it on Thursday. So go ahead, Gladiator Guru. Go ahead and speak.
Well, we're like freaking frats sometimes on the subjects that we choose. And I love the dynamic because we can talk about the pros and cons of something. And what do you know is very important. That I know when you speak, it's just like the I am. It should be speaking your truth, knowing your truth, walking your truth. So my question is, do you really know though? Because I've spoken to people, family, females, my kid, and we're speaking on a subject. And then when I say something, I know, but you're not understanding. What is it that you know, though? You also got to confront yourself on that issue. Because it sounds so good when we speak so eloquently about the person we wish we were, but we're convincing ourselves along with others that we are this person when we're not. So everything we're talking about at the close of the year, everything we talked about this year, it was bringing you forward into your truth. So I know, when you speak to I know, that's why we chose these double days in the weeks of I am, I know, and the other ones that are coming, because it's really to pull that Band-Aid off, look at the wound, really take it in, and then heal it so that it never reoccurs again. And if it does, it's not going to go as deep. So what is your I know? Like, mention something today in the comments that you know with a certainty that you know about yourself. Because I've been learning a lot. You know, when you ask for patience, don't, because you're going to be handled a lot of battles.
Amen.
So when you're handed something, And I've had to sit and I apologize to Lori. I really wanted to reach out to you this weekend. And I don't know if Iritza's on. And it's not that I've been avoiding anybody. I had to sit with a dilemma so that I can know what type of energy to put behind my responses. So instead of reacting or thinking that I had a right to behave in a certain manner because of what was happening, I had to sit with self. And then, although I could have said blah, 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 I chose to say, okay, then I got to figure it out. And when I sat, because I pray every night, and then I sit throughout the day and I meditate, and then I talk to God, and I'm like, okay, this was my plan. I hope you're done laughing. Give me direction. And when I'm sitting there at my wit's end, my cousin came to mind because I needed like an emergency temporary fix on my roof in Florida. And I've reached out to so many people close and far, and nobody had the time. So I'm sitting there and I'm saying, okay, God, I guess this blah, blah. And then my cousin's name popped up. And I really haven't spoken to her in a while either. She's my first cousin. So I reached out to her and I asked her, hey, you think your son? And in a heartbeat, they've responded, absolutely, whatever you need. And it got done. So I could have sat there and been miserable and said, I can't believe this, or I'm really heartbroken. I'm disappointed because I was disappointed, but I know that the sun will always rise the next day. And what I've learned, again, because I'm constantly a student in life, is that when you think positive and you know that things will work out, it does. That was my no this weekend. I sat with self and I kind of like just prayed and meditated, and then it came and it got done. So that was my no this weekend, to just sit. And that's how I controlled my emotions, from being angry, from being accusatory, for being a tit for tat. Wow, I can't believe you're not doing this when I've done that. I just had to sit, because anybody who knows me knows my anger and my rage. And sometimes it peeks out its ugly head. I know this. You see, I know that I can be ugly and vengeful and rip your throat out with just my words. And I know that if I sit my ass down and just breathe, I can come up with a different scenario. And that was my no this weekend. Anybody put anything in the comments, Laura? Because I can't see.
Well, let's see. Evelyn says, I know that every challenge I face is an opportunity for growth and learning.
Yes.
Yep. Perfect.
What was your I know this weekend?
My I know, this was, first off, I commend you for everything that you went through this weekend. And the beauty of knowing self, and then when the people around you also know self, no one gets offended by not hearing from you. You understand what I mean? I know you were very sweet about not, saying I wanted to reach out, but it's okay. You were processing stuff. You were going through stuff. We kind of all were, it's, this was an interesting weekend for me. The last few days have been very interesting. And I actually can't wait to get on the phone and share it with Gladiator Guru. Plus I want to hear about everything that in more detail about what she went through. But it's, this is for me, the I know is, I know I'm done. Like, I know that I'm finally done with the drama that has remained in my life the last couple of years because of my stagnation and the fact that I just wasn't moving. I hit an anniversary on yesterday. 8 years ago was when, and it only hit me because I was thinking about something else. But 8 years ago, is when my marriage completely fell apart, and I fell apart for for the first 2 weeks. There was a lot of anger and sadness, and then after that, crashed down for 6 months of depression. And although I had so much growth and realization about myself, after I pulled out of the depression, the first year was just massive growth. but then it stagnated since like 2021. And there was very minimal growth. There was a lot of even stepping backs. Most of it was just sitting still and like a bratty child, like, no, I'm not going to move, and wanting to hold on to the old stuff, but especially because everything's there were so many things that transitioned this weekend that passed, and then this coming weekend I'm moving. And it's been very interesting, it's been very interesting to what I've observed and what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. And I have never been so sure in my whole life of a choice. And yes, there are a couple of people, I will dearly miss my oldest daughter because she's not coming down with us, who got married this past weekend, by the way. But
yay,
I will truly miss her. And I will miss friends, they've been, but I'm not going to miss them because I will talk to my friends. My friends have planned to come visit me. I will come visit them. I'll miss my daughter because we don't talk as much as we really should. I'm going to shit on myself. So I will feel that with her. But everybody else, anything else, I'm not worried about it because we'll communicate. And then there's so many other people and situations that I am just so happy to get the hell away from, and hope that I have minimal to no contact with these situations. I don't even want to say people because it's not really about people. It's about situations. People only play a role, and part of the role is also played by me. It's two people creating a situation. And so while I could sit there and say, oh, this person's toxic or this person, I add to the toxicity and the realization, what I know, I don't like who I am when I'm around certain people and situations.
mm-hmm.
And that is what I'm looking forward to letting go of and freeing myself from, because I don't, when I'm placed in these situations, I don't know that person. That was like the old person, and that's definitely not the person that I'm choosing to be. So it's not about the people, it's about me and my management of the situation. And
Amen.
so I'm looking forward to this. Is what I know that once I'm gone, it'll allow me the space, the distance to be able to get to the next level of healing and then let go of it. I had a great conversation with Gail too. I just want to shout out to Gail. Gail took me we spoke, what was it, Thursday or Friday, Gail? I think it was Friday. And or maybe it was Thursday. But I was in such an angry, frustrated headspace, and we just had a fabulous conversation. She was, doing what she does, as a coach with me. And I know that was helpful. So that's another no.
And that's beautiful. And you know what's a very important note to know? And if you don't know, now you know, is that everything is temporary.
Yes.
The emotions, the hurt, the meeting of wrong people, the living where you don't want to live, the going through what you're going through right now. There's always an end to every beginning for new beginnings. And we forget that while we're in the midst of the storm, or we feel like we're the only ones hurting or going through something. One, you're not. And two, it's all temporary. And when we go through life saying, this is temporary, I'm going to make the best of what I have because I'm not coming back to this. And the best of what we have is in your worst moment to just filter through to see, okay, this is going to be over soon. So what am I taking with me? And it may sound like a lot, but it's not, because think back to what you went through and where you're at today.
Yes.
You've propelled forward. No matter how much tears you cried, how much betrayal you felt, how much disloyalty you lived with in that moment, the loss of a job, the loss of a bank account, they're losses, but where are you today? It's like on my favorite movie when he says, but did you die? And The Hangover. So
you know what? That's so funny you said that, because I was behind a car, was it yesterday or the day before? And that was the bumper sticker on the back of the car. And I laughed out loud, and I had a car full of people, and I said, I love that expression, but did you die?
but did you die?
It's like the greatest thing.
It is. But it can be handled in any serious situation as well. Just think about it. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to elevate your endorphins. It's going to make you shake shit off. Be the own comedian in your show. We have to be our own doctors, our own caretakers, our own comedians, our own theatrical drama queens. We have to play all those roles in our lives because we are those roles. And when we deny who we are to ourselves, and we always feel left out, we always feel like people are not getting us, or who gives a shit? Everything we go through is to learn from. And then that's how you can say, without a shadow of a doubt, in any conversation you're having, this is what I know. Because you went through it, not me. But the badass Buddha went through it, not me. We can share what we went through. And we can have some timeline of understanding, because although what we went through may be similar, but they'll never be the same, because my emotions differ from hers. How we receive and how we evict. So when you say that I know, it's like the I am, and it's like, what should I do? What can I do? What will I do? What will I not do? That's your knowing. If you can answer those questions, that is your knowing. And you know what? Everybody comes in our lives for a reason. For all of you dedicated Viva supporters, you are here always for a reason. You share certain comments that touch our hearts. And when you share them on the platform, other people are reading it. You don't know who you're making smile, who you're making feel secure in whatever decision they make, because it may be similar. I mean, that is your knowing that when you show up for something and you're present and you're now and you're sharing, you're helping, you're gifting. You're not robbing from yourself. You're gifting to others the abundance of what you have, whether it was experience, situational, love, hate, whatever it may be. You're shouting out to people watching Viva. You are not alone. I am also here. That's what we love.
Gladiator Guru, I wanted to run something past you. For those of you that came on late, we had technical difficulties coming on. Gladiator Guru is on her phone, and I had to actually log off at 8:30, and she was going to keep going with the show, but she can't because of her phone. But I wanted to run something by you. My sister is here, and you know what, Gladiator Guru, I showed her how to end the live broadcast. So you could keep going with everybody if you want to do that.
Oh, that'll be fine.
So, but
I can't read comments. So
no, that's okay. Just keep talking and doing what you can do. But just keep something in mind that she's got to be off by 8:50. So make sure that.
Let's just end it at 8:30 because
you
I
sure?
know that
okay, because that's in 2 minutes. Okay.
I know, right. And mi gente, we are sorry. My computer, I think it's an old computer, and I think it's traveled everywhere with me, and I just think it said, fuck off, I don't want to do this no more, and it's breaking up with me. So we got to make do with what we have. But on Thursday, if you want to stay later, we will be online on a computer and doing everything, because you matter. We matter. Badass Buddha has an important journey right now to deliver, and I'm gonna congregate with my sisters and go to the beach and throw some ashes with flowers from my mom on her birthday today. And the only thing I can do for my grandson is Cash App. But I think that's what he wants. So everybody have a wonderful day.
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming on. And we will be back on Thursday, like Gladiator Guru said. It's the same conversation. It's I Know, part 2, and then we'll get into more detail about it. So we'll just sign off in our own way. What did my sister say? We'll get you a new computer, she said, because she's the IT person, so she can actually build you one. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming on for this brief period for today. We'll see you Thursday from the Badass Buddha. Remember, be you, be real, and be extraordinary.
And from the Gladiator Guru, mi gente, remember to breathe in the beauty and breathe out the bullshit. Namaste.